Y'all remember when Goku surfed on Ki Blast in Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power when he was an Ultra Instinct? Well, that's actually very important in this chapter of Dragon Ball Dreamscape.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
Smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. If you guys think that Kale is the biggest female simp in a Dragon Ball fan manga, well, today I have some news for you. That is not true, because I found a new Dragon Ball fan manga. This one shows how far a simp girl will go with the object of her affection, even if it means resurrecting Goku Black. That is the next Dragon Ball fan manga that I'm covering. I got a slew of Dragon Ball fan mangas after this story because we only have 2 more chapters of this story until we are up to date. Today's video and tomorrow's. As always, the entire thing is going to be in a playlist. If you guys want to recap everything from the beginning or have not seen anything prior, make sure you check out that playlist. And as always, follow the creator on Twitter. You guys have been awesome supporting her, Kaleverse, on Twitter. Go ahead, drop her a follow, and support her content. In the last chapter of Dragon Ball Dreamscape, Goku had risked Kale's life in this training session against Whis, not really realizing that Kale can't withstand the clash between an angel and a Super Saiyan God. The shockwaves from these blocks, these punches, everything is too much for her body to handle. So it is up to Kale to survive in this moment and capture the flag. Similar to Kakashi's bells, she captures this flag and the match is over. And luckily for her, the flag is within reach. The shockwaves have finally stopped, and Kale has realized that the fighting didn't die down. Goku has turned into a Super Saiyan Blue and fought Whis, but the reason that he did this is so that way he can better manage his power, and at the same time Whis seems to be dialing down the shockwaves because Kale's there. So it looks like Whis isn't going all out trying to, unintentionally kill Kale. He's trying to just train both of them together, and that's exactly what he's pulling off. And for Kale, it's extremely hard to realize exactly what's going on, because at this point in time she can't even see Goku and Whis, let alone sense them. So she is at a complete disadvantage, and she is essentially a sitting duck. But she got a dump truck though, just letting you guys know, reminding you guys. Anyway, she transforms into her perfected or controlled berserker state, and she is determined to capture this flag by any means necessary. So she went into her most powerful form, that way she can withstand being in this barrier. But even though Kale does not know what is going on with the fight between Goku and Whis, Goku is well aware of everything that's going on around him, and he sees that Kale has transformed, but he is a little bit worried that she is going to jump right into this fight. Even in her controlled berserker state, she is no match for Whis or Super Saiyan Blue Goku, for the matter of fact. So yeah, he is worried, but then he realizes she is actually focused on the flag. And that's when Goku scatters energy from his body in all directions. These ki balls all over the place, and they surround Kale. And from these ki balls, they talk to Kale. So I wanted just to take a moment and talk to you guys about why I love Dragon Ball fan mangas, fan fiction, and fan animations, and what makes a really, really good one. And for me, it's both these things in tandem that works so well with a lot of synergy that make a really memorable story. Like, you guys have really enjoyed this story because of events like this. When a Dragon Ball story, a fan-made story, builds upon things that happened in the anime that we have no explanation of, nothing added to it, because Dragon Ball is one of those animes that really doesn't explain a whole lot, so it is prime Dragon Ball fan made fodder. It is great for telling your own stories. And so if you guys remember when Goku was skating on the Ki Blast in the Tournament of Power when he was in UI, this is exactly the technique that he's using. These balls are physical manifestations, but they have an added twist made by Kaleverse. He can communicate telepathically through his own ki, through these balls, so that way he can tell Kale what to do. That's something that we've never, ever seen in Dragon Ball anime or Dragon Ball fan fiction. And I just have to applaud, because that is fucking awesome. Let's continue. Kale realizes instantly what this technique actually is, and it is shown here in a flashback that after the tournament's end, Vados actually shows them exactly how Goku won and how he went into Mastered Ultra Instinct against Jiren. Basically, she showed them the ending of Dragon Ball Super, and so they are extremely excited to see it. They think it's really, really cool, and even Hit's like not surprised at all as to what Goku ended up doing and how he ended up defeating Jiren. So not only does Goku use these balls to talk to Kale, he also uses them to maneuver Kale around the battlefield away from Whis' energy. So they're basically protecting her and giving her a guiding light, Rudolph's nose, a lighthouse, to where the flag is and away from Whis' energy, so that way not only can Whis not really see Kale or at least have a blind spot toward her, but also she doesn't get influenced by the shockwaves, and that's exactly what she's doing here. She's skating on top of Goku's ki. And Kale also remembers that Goku used this technique on her and Caulifla when they refused into Kefla, when they were trying to ring out Goku, their last ditch effort. Goku went around, used the same technique, slid on her Ki Blast, and then hit her with the Kamehameha Blast. So she's extremely impressed with Goku, his ingenuity, and it makes sense. Goku kind of just thinks on the fly and does whatever, and that's something that any Dragon Ball character should aspire to do. But she's almost there to the flag, and she's right up on it. And at this point now, the frenzy of Whis' energy is getting more intense, and Whis actually notices that Kale is getting closer and closer to the flag, and so I don't know if he's going to disappear the flag and, you know, make it harder for her or whatever, but she's almost there, and she's getting closer and closer. And it looks like Whis is not going to be a dick and interrupt, because Kale grabs onto the flag and Whis does nothing about it. He just lets her grab it, and that is the end of the match. And once the match is over, Whis is just really happy that, you know, this went off without a hitch. Two Saiyans from different universes worked in tandem as a team, as one, and it's just something to behold. And Goku is happy that Kale kind of, you know, worked really easily with him, and they had really good synergy and a really good relationship, because, you know, easily Kale could have just attacked Whis and that would have not been the right call, but instead Kale did exactly what Goku wanted her to and go for the flag. And of course, Kale isn't up for unnecessary challenges, and Goku's like, oh, well, you sure know how to present them, talking about her berserker state. Whis laughs this off and says that this is basically the end of the activities for today unless Goku has any more ideas, and it seems like Goku is tuckered out as well. He's like, no, I ain't got nothing else, and so Whis ends up leaving them alone. Now, while Goku and Kale are alone, the sunrise is coming up, and Kale apologizes for interrupting the training, but Goku says, you're here to train, and the best training is the one that's unexpected, an unexpected challenge, so, you know, you did the right thing. Kale's worried and has anxiety over the fact that she thinks that Whis is upset about the situation that happened in the first arc, where she stole the Zeno button. Goku tells her that Whis isn't like that. Whis really doesn't care about the whole situation. Even if they both got erased, Whis wouldn't care at all, so that's just the way that he is. And Kale's like, I guess angels really aren't benevolent like you hear about, and she asks Goku if he thinks that there might be some angels out there that actually care about things, care about mortals. Goku's like, yeah, the universe is a big place. I'm sure there's an angel out there or two that care about something more than just food. And that's when Goku's stomach rumbles. So it seems like the training worked up an appetite, and Goku asks Kale if she's hungry. And that takes us to the current chapter. We are finally caught up, and it looks like Goku and Kale are going on their first date to eat ramen. Now, I know it's not an official date, but he asked her to go eat, and it seems like that's the direction this Dragon Ball fan manga is going. So yes, this seems to be it. We finally got here. Thank you guys so much for everything, and make sure you're here tomorrow for not the finale, but just us catching up to where the manga is right now. Thank you so much for being here, Notification Squad. The first hour or two, you guys are fucking awesome. And if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag #EndOfVideoSquad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Dean McCaig. I really like the way Super Saiyan God Goku and Base Kale look. I just wish Goku would teach Kale Super Saiyan God. Yeah, like I said, there's probably a good reason to not teach her right now, and it's probably because she doesn't have full control over her emotions. So I'm sure that at some point in this Dragon Ball fan manga, or even in the anime, he's going to teach her. Thank you so much for your comment. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.